welcome. We are starting very shortly. All you need today is your mat, your space, and your water. If you want to have a weight near you for some extra resistance, for squats, for lunges, and some bridges, you are more than welcome to, but it is not required. All right, so we are starting in 1 minute. It is 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, 4 repetitions, or 4 times through. We have pairs of 2 exercises. So exercise A, exercise B. A, B, A, B, A, B, break. C, D, C, D, C, D, C, D, break, etc. So it's really easy to catch on, no worries. And if you absolutely hate the exercise we're doing, you were literally only doing 2 minutes of it. So no big worries in that regard. The only high intensity thing that we have today are bunny hops and plank jacks, and I'll give you modifications for both of those. So get ready, get situated. We're gonna start in about 30 seconds. So make sure you have everything that you may need. I'm gonna have my optional weights here. If you have them, if you don't, not a problem. If you have some music, definitely feel free to turn it on. And let's march in place. Get warmed up a little bit. And if that feels good and you want to add in a little hop, that's awesome. Totally optional. Otherwise, we're just here. Let's march and squat it down. And come up. And down. And now let's change that march into a little bit of a butt kicker, just side to side. And let's travel a little bit farther side to side and just bring those arms up. Let's change this to front, front, back, back. Keep it going. 2 more each side. Beautiful. Let's just swing the feet in front. You can either do it bent or straight, your choice. And we're making those arms a little bigger. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's do a little jog. So we have 5 groupings today. 2 of those groupings are standing and the rest of those groupings are on the ground. So we do want to make sure that we have something relatively soft for us. And let's just march those feet and swing those arms underneath in an uppercut. My name is Jen, if we haven't met, hi. I'm the Senior Health Fitness Program Manager. And welcome to Hiit. And let's go up all the way. Make sure you're not gonna punch yourself. And our feet are just moving along. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's down, 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 and down. Now let's slow it down a bit and come and touch the ground or your foot or your shin. Pick a side, stay there and hold. And switch it out and hold so our legs are bent. And now straighten those legs, straight back, reach towards that ankle. And switch. Come on up. Let's do some ankle circles. One way and then the other. Move those ankles around. Other side. Left to right, up, down. All that good stuff. And then let's swing those arms. Crossing a different arm over each time. And let's go forward and back. Warm up those shoulders. And then crossing behind, just like in front, alternating what's on top. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, so we're marching in place or jogging in place while I go through the first pairing. We have squats, we have lunges. Now 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. So the goal here is to go as much as you can during those 30 seconds as you can. We're only doing these 4 times through, so it's only that 2 minutes of exercise. So you're either going to pick a weight that's heavy, make sure that you're doing the exercise correctly, make sure you're going down a little bit deeper than you normally do correctly, or doing the exercise faster than you normally do correctly. You can choose to do any of those options. You can choose any of those options as long as you're doing it correctly. That's all I ask. So our first grouping are lunges. So we're going to pick a leg and we're going to do lunges to, let's say, the right for 30 seconds. Our squats for 30 seconds. Our lunges to the left for 30 seconds. Squats, boom, 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 4 times through. We're actually going to start with the squats. So squats, lunges, etc. So if you want weights, great. If not, totally optional, not a problem. We ready to begin? All right, so I have my optional weights. I think I'm going to put them just up here, nice and high. And I'm going to sit back and down with my squats. I can decide to do a squat where my knees are right underneath my hips, or I can do more of a sumo squat. That's totally fine. Having your weights up here, as long as it doesn't bother your shoulders, can be a great alternative for someone that maybe has a little grip strength issue, that you can hold on to things, you're not going to fall. But to really hold and squeeze, it gives them a little bit of an issue. So as long as it's not painful on your shoulders, this is an option too. You can also hold them like this, or of course down. All right, so we're gonna pick a leg and we're gonna lunge. You decide the depth. I like to touch down, but I'm not slamming that knee, and I'm not bouncing off and using that as a recoil. That is cheating. You can go faster than me. You don't have to pill my speed. My speed is my speed. Your speed is your speed. Oops. Back to our squats. And feel free to keep on moving around during this time of transition from getting from one exercise to the other exercise. All right, so let's squat. You can lift your toes up off the ground if you wanted to. You're sitting so far back. You can also put something underneath your butt, like a chair. That way you know you're sitting down and back. Okay, and now my other leg is in front. Four seconds. All right, let's lunge. If you find your balance is off, maybe you do want your arms down by your side or out to the side or whatever it happens to be. So we're back. We've done 2 rounds of each. Going back to that squat for number 3. Try to have that chest up as much as you can. And remember, if you have no weights here, you can go fast. All right, back to side A for those lunges. I'm gonna turn this way this time, just cause I can. All right. Two seconds. All right, we have one more of each. Lunges start in 5 seconds, or sorry, squats start in 5 seconds. All right, the last round of squats. We don't do squats again for this whole workout. Eight seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, last round of lunges, and then we get a little break so I can go over the second grouping with us. So grab some water, things like that. And we do not need any props for the second grouping. Relax, so stick those weights out of the way if you were using them. Grab some water really quick, and then make sure you come on back. And I challenge you, if you need that full minute of recovery, take it, go for it, no problem. If you don't, and you want to start running in place, doing some other movement, I challenge you to do so. Maybe you do it now, and towards the end you don't, that's not a problem. All right, next grouping we have bunny hops and toy soldiers. Bunny hops are literally like that. You can put your hands out, make a little bunny, that's totally fine. Your arms maybe wherever they are, but they're just hops up and down on those calves. And then we have soldiers, arms out, and we're gonna kick. And we're bringing those arms up, bringing those arms down to the belly button, bringing those legs up from the belly button so they're meeting. So we're not bringing our hands down super low. They're ending around here or so, and bringing that leg up to touch. All right, we're starting in 13 seconds with those bunny hops. And if you don't want to do a bunny hop, That's fine. You're gonna do a squat with your knees together and just do little pulses. So you'd be here instead of the hops. All right, turn my light on. And we're hopping. Should just call these calf hops, but bloody hops sound better. Oh, little bloody. And recover. Dodge those. Now, starting with those toy soldiers. I can't do back to those toy soldiers because we haven't done them yet. Alternating sides. Arms up. If having your arms up the whole time is too much, you can have them farther down. Not a problem. I know sometimes having arms up for a long period of time is uncomfortable, or it can be. And you can make this faster as long as you're in control. I think it would probably make those bunny hops a little bit more intense and use the toy soldiers more of a recovery. My personal preference, but this is not my workout, this is your workout. You can also make the bunny hops more difficult by doing it on one leg. I probably would stick with doing it with 2 legs this round, and then the last 2 I would do right leg and left leg if I were to do that. Remember, we're doing those little squat pulses. If you want to take out hop in 3, 2, and 1. Toy soldiers. Remember, we're moving around during these breaks. It's just time to get our heart rate down and get prepped for the next exercise. If you want to start that next exercise sooner, I'm not going to stop you. And if you need to take a little bit longer of a break before you start, I'm not stopping you. I'm just your coach for this 45-minute session. Three, 2, 1. I think I'm going to try the single leg. I can always switch them out if I need to. Alright, so I'm going to let you know when 15 seconds is up. So if you do want to switch legs halfway through or go to double, you can. Alright, we're halfway. Two, 1. Soldiers, I will do that again for the last round in case you enjoyed it. All right, let's go. One more of each. All right, single leg if you want. Or we're doubling up on those bunnies. You can also loop that leg around, switch. Having this other leg out for stability helps, obviously, stability. You take that away by looping it around. Definitely makes it a little harder. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Toy soldiers, last round through, and they're heading down to the ground. 3, 2, 1. So this is the end of our second grouping. We have 5 groupings total. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Grab your water, grab your drink, grab your whatever, and then head down on the ground for grouping number 3. We have single leg bridges, or you can do them with 2 legs if you want, not a problem. So we're going to alternate side. One time through, we do it with side A. The next time through, we do it with side B. And then we have scissor kicks. So a scissor kick is you're going to be on your forearms or on your back, and you're going to be straightening your legs and opening and closing like a scissor. And I'm switching my legs every single time. Single leg bridges, I'm going to be on the ground. My leg's going to be in the air or crossed over like a figure 4, and I'm going to do a bridge here. You can decide which variation you want, including having both feet on the ground and lifting and lowering. All right, we're starting in 3 seconds. 2, 1, lift and lower. I would like you to come 99.9% of the way down here. If you need to tap down, by all means, you can. But we just want to keep the tension on that muscle as long as we can. We have 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Remember what side you just did. And we're going to those scissors. You can also bend your knees and make it a little so you're here if you need to do so. The closer you are to the ground, the harder it is going to be. If you need to make it easier, lay on your back and bring your legs up super high. We have 10 more seconds. Make sure you're breathing. 3, 2, 1, relax. In my personal opinion, that is definitely the harder exercise of this pairing. But that doesn't mean it is for you. So pick your other leg that you didn't do last time. And let's go. And release. For scissors, set number 2. It's very easy to hold your breath during these, so do your best not to. Halfway. Remember, we can bend those knees if we need to. We can bring those legs up high if we need to. 3, 2, 1. Release. On your back. Single leg bridge number 3. And if having this leg up by itself is too much, cross that leg over like a figure 4. Makes it easier. With that quad, or those glutes, start giving you a little bit too much grief. You don't want you a little bit more than you'd want. Three, 2, 1. Abs group 3. I'll show you the variation when you're on the ground completely. Your scissors are here or down lower. You want to relax the head and neck as much as possible. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1. Alright, last time each of those. Alright, let's go. Remember, we can cross over if needed. We have 10 more seconds. All right, last ab of this kind. Can't say last ab total because that would be a lie. But last scissor ab. Do not hold your breath. You can sing a song, you can count. You can say bad words that I'm not going to hear. Ten seconds. Can you go without stopping? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, break. Next we have Supermans and plank jacks, or Superwomans and plank jacks. So, grab your water, come on back. Tuck my shirt in for this round. All right, so our Supermans and Superwomen, you're lying on the ground. Arms are out in front. We're lifting and we're lowering, holding about a second or so. Our plank jacks, we are either on our forearms or on our hands, and our feet go in, out, or stepping in, stepping out. Going back and forth between the two. We have less than 14 minutes of work left. We start in 10 seconds with those super people. All right. Okay, and then to the Superman. Remember, or sorry, to the plank jacks. Remember, forearms or hands, your choice. Legs out, legs come in. And the speed is your choice. I like to find just a rhythm and stick with it. But if you're really trying to get that heart rate up, go crazy. Back down to the ground. Use this as your recovery. Up and down. Alright, back to the straps. Three, two, one, go. Fourteen seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. On the ground, on that belly, lift and lower. And if you need to rest a couple more seconds, not a problem. All right, we have our plank jacks for round 3. Remember, we're only going to 4, so we're halfway through those. And we can also be on our forearms, so I'll be in my forearms this round. My butt's going to be a little higher in the air. That's okay. Takes the pressure off those wrists. Seconds. And relax. On the ground. Now, if your arms are getting really tired, you can also have your hands here. I know sometimes when you're in plank for a while, you're like, I just don't want to lift my arms, it hurts. I get it. So put your arms by your shoulders instead. So you're going to change the lever a little bit, make it a little bit easier, but we're still working those glutes. We're still working those back muscles, all those muscles right next to the spine. Very important. Anyone who's around their back knows, if your back goes, you can't, you're done. Makes it very hard to do anything. All right, last round of this, and then we get our final break. Seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. All right. Final grouping. We have single leg hip drivers, and we have boats. So, get yourself situated, and then come on back. Okay, single leg drivers, you're gonna have one foot out, one knee tucked under. You're just gonna come up and back down. If you wanna have a weight here in your hands, you can, totally optional. So we're doing one side and then of course the other. And a boat, we're gonna either have our feet on the ground, leaning back, or our legs up and holding. So that's what we got for our final grouping. We have 6 minutes left. I know you have it in you. All right, one leg in, one leg out. And if that's too much, you can do it with 2 legs at once. So no, that's an option for you. All right, let's go. Between the bridges and these, glutes are getting a nice little punch activity today. And if you have the weight, it's really important that you're not swinging it up, because that's cheating. I'd much rather you just drop the weight than use it to lift yourself up off the ground. We want our glutes to be doing the exercises. All right. So remember, we're here, leaning back on a nice little V, or our legs are up in the air. The knees can be straight, the legs can be, or the knees can be bent or straightened. Totally up to you. If this is good for you, great. If you find that can't do a straight back with your legs straight, then do what I'm doing. Bent knees, straight back, arms are up for a nice little counterbalance. We have 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, beautiful. And if you did a weight on side A, guess what? You gotta do a weight on side B. And if you dropped your weight halfway through on side A, you're doing it on side B, even if you're like, I don't need to. Because you do, because your legs need to match. Ten seconds. 2, 1. Back to our boats or V-sits, whatever you'd like to call them. Starting in 3 seconds. Now, if you want to get crazy here, you can do a heel drop with this, if you want. 3, 2, 1. You want to get real fancy, you'll have your legs straight and then drop one at a time. But I'm not doing that, I'm not in the mood. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything to the best of my ability. And that means no modifications for me today. But if you need them. And remember, the modifying for here is we can do both legs at the same time, so they're both tucked under. And we're driving with both glutes, both hips at one time. We're not taking this side out of the equation. So close to being done. Three, 2, 1. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. I know you knew this. Good job, I've been counting. I know it's the last one. You ready? Remember, we're not swinging that weight if we have one. Seconds. 3, 2, 1. Last boat. Make it the best boat you've ever done in your whole life. You ready? Get set, and boat it out. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, let me turn my timer off. Grab some water, and then come right back, and we'll stretch. All right, let's bring both feet in when you're ready. And lean forward. Our back is straight. Our shoulders are down. Now bring those knees in. Bring those legs out. Cross one leg over the other. Smile, twist. And release. Other side. Grab it and rotate. Come back to the center. Sit however you'd like. Tricep stretch. And switch. And release. Let's come up and over. And the other way, up and over. Come back, bring those arms behind you, big stretch of the chest. Release it, stand on up. Our feet are going to be nice and wide, and we're going to lean one way. And we're going to drop that shoulder in. And we're going to come back, and we're going to switch and lean the other way. And drop that shoulder and twist. Release, come back in the center, heel toe those feet in, grab a foot, fall on back. Cross traverse it back. And then cross that leg over Lean on over, hamstring stretch. We did our quad stretch, an IT band stretch, and our quad stretch, quad, IT band, hamstring. You think I went to school for this or something? Roll on up, other way. Bring that leg back. Cross it over, sit back. And cross it over and lean down. Come on up, swing those arms. And then cross them behind one more time. Grab your elbows. Stand up nice and tall. Maybe even do a little bit of a back bend. And release. We're done. Awesome work. See you next Wednesday.